Got a top 5 list.
Oh, yeah.
Top 5 moments of super wild card weekend. Hit it.
High five.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rich's top 5.
All right, number 5 on this list. We start with a 4th and 1 in Western New York. The Bills are going for it because that's what they do. Josh Allen buys a ton of time, and then he gets more time, and then he makes a sandwich. And then he throws it in the back of the end zone to Ty Johnson, and it looked at first like we needed to review this thing. And you could see on the screen his left shin is up, his left foot is not touching the back end zone line.
Like an
he
inch.
does have his hands underneath it, and his knee is down, and nothing's touching the white stripe on the back, and it is in fact a touchdown. If only Ty Johnson had done that in the one time I started him because James Cook was out in fantasy. Instead of it being a Ray Davis night, I'm sorry to make it about me.
Wow. How dare you?
That was a rough one for me in fantasy this year. But the Bills are on to the divisional round and hosting the Ravens. Number 4, the most vicious treatment of a Valentine in Philadelphia since Billy Ray. The 24-yard touchdown, Dallas Goedert, stiff-arming his way to the end zone. Looking good, Billy Ray. That's what Susie wanted me to say to you.
Feeling good, Dallas.
I mean, what a moment this was, because this was still a close game. I mean, the score made it feel, the action, made it feel like it was a 50-point margin for the Eagles, but it wasn't. And that was the moment in Philadelphia that got everyone out of their seats and made them think, okay, this is going to happen. I almost put Saquon sliding instead of scoring a touchdown on the list. Did you see the Eagles posted, I guess, the mic'd up wired for sound of the sideline? A.J.
no
Brown
way, really?
and Devontae Smith were cursing mad at Saquon. Number 3 on the list, this was the game turner in Houston. The Chargers are up 6-0. The Texans are deep in their own end. 2+ minutes to go in the half. Ball flies around past C.J. Stroud on the snap. He picks it up. Instead of third down fumble, turning it over, or having to kick it back to the Chargers, it's a 34-yard reception. What a great moment for C.J. Stroud. Flipped the entire game. Game was not the same after this. That's number 3 on the list. Number 2 was the Lightning McQueen moment. Life turned into a highway.
Lightning McQueen.
And the Ravens, with a 44-yard touchdown run by Derrick Henry, rascal flatted the rest of the Steelers' hopes. Look at him smiling as he's running. Jeez, imagine you're seeing this come out. It's nightmare fuel for a defender.
Oh.
And number 1, the top moment of wild card weekend was the Zane Gonzalez doink to Detroit. Hit one right off the right upright and through. And instead of it being an overtime game and who knows what could happen there in Tampa, the Commanders win and move on. That's the top moment of wild card.
Do you think we need one more?
Okay.
All right, we'll
Got to
get
be
one
fair
more.
and balanced. One from every game. The Jared Verse scoop and score.
Oh, so
When
sick.
he scooped it up, you knew it was over.
Oh, yes.
What do you think his top speed there was?
Ooh, 20,
Like
21, 22, something like that.
Yeah, he would have been ticketed into 20-mile-an-hour zone,
let me
and then
check
and then he leaps into the end zone, and then just putting it all together, the LAFD garb worn by the Rams last night and winning one for Los Angeles truly helped cement, if they hadn't already, with the way they performed with the last fires and winning a Super Bowl. The Rams are a Los Angeles team.
Yeah, so according to Next Gen Stats, they did tweet this out last night. Reached a top speed, Jared Verse, 19.88 miles per hour. Fastest speed reached by 260-plus pound ball carrier
Dude.
over the last 7 years.
How about that? And it's the longest fumble return for a touchdown by a rookie in NFL playoff history. I got another one for you. Last defensive touchdown scored by a rookie in a playoff game. Want to guess? Anybody? Bueller?
Defensive, J.J. Watt.
Correct. In the first, I believe, ever wild card win for the Texans. if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a pick six, right? Or was it a fumble return?
I believe it was a pick
yeah,
six.
yeah.
Fourth rookie in NFL history with a 50-plus yard defensive touchdown in a playoff game. Jared Verse. Of all the players to pick it up for the Rams,
right?
Unfortunately for the Vikings, that's the one you want like the least, because you're not gonna tackle him, and you're not gonna catch him either.
You're not gonna tackle him.
How good is he?
That dude probably played running back in high school, right? Like, you imagine trying to tackle that
By the
dude?
way, I think so. We chatted with him before the Rams-Cardinals game. An absolute delight to talk to.
What a beast. Defensive Rookie of the Year, hands down, yeah?
Well, I mean,
Quinion Mitchell probably neck and neck.
And Cooper DeJean will be involved in that conversation.
I guess I could check.
But to me, you check a website that might be connected to a town where Mo Green is not getting the credit for founding the town.
Odds.
You know, I imagine he's got to be the odds-on favorite. And by the way, these votes are already taken, so the hay's in the barn on that front. So it doesn't matter. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.